repeat.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
Here we go, set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! 3! Ready!
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
19 tight, 19 tight. 18 rattle, 18 rattle. 18, pioneer.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Hey, check that, street. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll hand off to Hull. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
7 Pirates, 19 Lions.
Now Richardson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
79 Broncos.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Motion man is Schwartz. side. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Gay's kick is good, and the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up, it bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now, back out on the field, put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This now a 3rd and 4.
Cut that team! Cut that team! Check, man. Check. Hurt!
Hooker's going to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Fan. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Lightning 18!
They're going to run this with a tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not stop before he works it past the 50. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Richardson. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. There's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. You talk about this Lions defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Throwing. Hooker. Forced out to his left. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
And they're knocking on the door now, as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd and 5.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Hooker. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Hooker's pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. He's got a man, complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
For our Colts. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go now.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Colts had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 19 Lions.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
And the Lions 1st down.
Here's Hooker. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hooker, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Panther streak! Panther streak!
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready, set!
Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
60 count!
Here's Hooker to throw it. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Here we go.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And that one complete to Hodgins. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Patterson's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Ready,
2nd down and 8.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Richardson working from the gun. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Mustang 19. Warrior 70, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
60 vices, 60 vices. Ready.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once this gets the pocket there, trying to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
19 tight, 19 tight. 18 running, 18 running. 18 right here.
Hooker. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hey,
Cooper will go in motion.
Drop 60, drop 60. Ready?
A final shot before the half. Richardson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's go
From
now.
the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Richardson. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check.
Running left, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
19 Lions.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Buying time to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back and forth. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Juju Brents. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown. Michael Pittman, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow over in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a 1st down. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There we go. Warriors 70.
Looking to throw. Hooker. His throw incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Hooker now, 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
still brought down just inside of the 40. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Come on.
2nd down and 3. Off the option, here's Gibbs. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down loaded.
Well, their momentum in the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Now Hooker. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
So the kick from here, a field goal, would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
19 tight. Ready.
They'll go for it. Hooker. And this is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
17. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Richardson looking to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Colts. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
All play action. Here's Hooker. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And this is going to be intercepted. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
10 through 11, 10 through 11. Trap 60, trap 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Richardson. Completes it right side to Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute it, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's third and long. St. Brown in motion right.
Cut 19. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
70, Kimbo with crack 60.
Richardson now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And brought down a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go. Bravo 80.
Now it's Richardson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harrison, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We talked about it, Sam, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. Many interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juju Brents. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a second and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, here's Agnew. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
18, pioneer.
Hooker to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Throwing here is Hooker. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Cougar 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Richardson to throw it. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
19 Lions. 79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
Richardson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This is 1st and 10.
60 Bison. Hurt. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. On the ball.
Here's Hooker. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Colts are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. There's a game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week.